All right, TikTok fam, listen up. So, you know those wild mansion parties that people talk about? The ones with the lights, the music, the mystery, and maybe even a little bit of, well, let me tell you about this one night that turned my world upside down. It was intense, electric, and let's just say, with this guy named Greg. Yeah, Greg, the guy everyone knows, but no one really knows, if you know what I mean. So, buckle up because this story goes places. Here we go. The party was off the chain. Always a big mansion party. Multiple dance floors, women in gorgeous dresses, men dressed in tuxedos. And then he would show up. Greg. I always wondered what he did when he walked through the house, through the dance floors, with his group of good fellas following him. They always kept a perimeter. The back room was always kept under heightened security. Always two giant built bodyguards in front of the room door. Nobody knew what was behind it except for Greg and his crew. I was dressed rather glamorous that evening. I always knew Greg had a thing for cute girls. I was just hoping maybe as he walked by he'd notice me enough to catch his attention. I put my illustrious smelling perfume on a little extra because I know he's a sucker for captivating scents. He just walked in the door. Here he comes. He's about to walk by. I raised my hair as I danced slowly in his direction. I swayed my hips to advance further in his direction. It worked. He noticed me. I motioned with my finger for him to come sweep me off my feet to the sound of the beat. Despite his mysteriousness, his smile towards me is authentic. He is literally enjoying himself dancing with me right now. His friends join in and start dancing to the progressive beats. He also made sure everyone around him knew that I was dancing with him. I find that so sexy. I didn't want the song to end. He always had a look of professionalism, a poker face if you will, while walking to his back room and past parties. I figured he'd want to leave after the song finally ended, to attend his business in the back. Even if that was all the attention I got from him in a lifetime, I'd be so happy. But then, the unthinkable happened. He grabbed my arm and said, "Come to the back room with me. Have you ever wondered what's back there?" I looked at him with an odd stare. "You can't be serious, are you? You want to take me in the back room, but no one is ever allowed back there. Why would you want to take me?" "Because I trust you," he responded. Oh my gosh. I said yes in a heartbeat. I told him I definitely want to see what's back there. I've seen him go in this room before, only with his group of people, as nobody that I know of is even allowed back there. He took me by the hand and started to guide me as I was his date for the evening all of a sudden. I have been blushing nonstop. This man is walking around with me. There are so many other girls staring at me right now, but I don't even care. You all had your chance. I've been coming to these mansion parties for over a year now, and the little girl inside me is so curious about what's back there and being next to him. As we approached the bodyguards, they cleared the way for Greg and his crew of 5. He turns around, looks at me and says, "Are you ready?" And oh my gosh, he kissed my cheek. He reinforced my level of excitement and smashed all nervousness. "You should feel special," he says. "I wouldn't do this for just any girl." He grinned. Greg then opens the door and I simply could not believe my eyes. It was an entirely new part of the mansion. There were elevated dance floors on the left and right, some on higher levels. There were people dancing with glow sticks, dressed in incredible wardrobes. The music was spot on. My face lit up in excitement. He takes me by both hands like he's excited to run with me and guides me through the first dance floor. The music was flawless, had such a good electric vibe to it. We were dancing strong. My heart opened up to him in that second. He defibrillated me to a whole new level of utopia. Does he do this with all the girls or just me? Could I really possibly be this attractive to him? The song came to a slow part of the song. "This, my dear, is where you belong." He smiles. "What are you drinking? Let's go grab a cocktail." I am so incredibly speechless right now. Cape Cod, please," I blurt out to the bartender. I cannot believe there is just a continuation of the party, but back here, I always wondered and everyone I've talked to always asked, but nobody knew. I sputtered to Greg. "Let's just put it this way. You're now a VIP of the VIPs, miss," Greg suavely says while reaching for my hand. "I'm Miranda," I responded. "Miss Miranda, a beautiful name, you know? I'm pretty sure the first girl I ever kissed, in kindergarten I believe, her name was Miranda." He smiles. "She must have been a lucky girl." I smirked back at him. "I was a lucky guy just like I am now, Miranda." He winked. What could I do? I smiled. I smiled like a fool. This man, this prestigious, gorgeous man, is looking at me and paying me attention like this. He takes my breath away. I started to reach for my purse to pay for my drink. "Honey, your drinks are on the house anytime," Greg says as he places his hand on mine. I feel stupid right now. My cheeks are showing it. "Yep," I'm lighting up like a Christmas decoration, aren't I? Why are you being so nice to me? I finally muttered to him. I'll never forget this like it was yesterday. He looks at me in my eyes and says, I noticed you the same time you noticed me, darling. I've been walking through every back room for a long time looking for you. You had me with your first glance. He really knows how to take my breath away. I certainly didn't feel threatened, but I could have ran at that point. A good part of me wanted to, honestly. I'm not ready for a shooting star to light my heart on fire. But why wouldn't I be? I come dressed for this moment for a year, just for him to notice me. He's beautiful. I love him and I don't even know him. His solemn smile makes me. I can't help it as I'm a magnet of his attraction. His light radiates through me when I hold his hand. Damn it, I love him. I love him so much. I don't care, I'm all in. Do you believe in love at first sight? I gently asked. It is, was, and always will be love at first sight with you, Miranda. He interlocks his fingers with mine. From that moment on, he had me. I became his princess, his love for life, and we danced on endless dance floors from then on.